Like the corners in New York done taught us. Overcharging for how they did they like soul in the cold crush. Hoodies and bombers, my whole plate. My starting lineup look like Golden State. And this year we coming after hours like we open late.
No matter what, we're gonna keep fighting. That's what we do.
We're gonna keep fighting every single night.
That's what we do.
Sums up our team, sums up our city.
Yeah.
We dig.
We fight.
We find a way.
Look.
It was good, y'all. What's happening?
Bro.
Yeah. Thank you. You know what I mean? New intro video. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fluke for editing the intro video. Shout out to my brother Tyrone Briggs for the bars and the music. Yeah, I mean, that's off his album Free Samples. Tyrone Briggs, holla at the God. But yeah, we in the building, man. You know, took a little off-season break for like a couple weeks, but we here. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So first and foremost, how y'all doing? You know what I mean? How's the off-season treat y'all thus far?
I mean, it's been great thus far.
Nobody want to answer?
It's been good,
Yeah.
missing the Knicks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm starting to watch old series over again. That's how bored I am with my life. You feel me? Like,
appreciate you for
always being in the building as always. Facts. But yeah, Kev, how the off season treat you thus far, homie?
It's been great, man. It's been great. We've done a couple. We've done what? This is our 4th episode so far.
Yeah, facts.
Facts. Me, man. When it comes to these rumors, man, like I really don't, like whatever.
Oh, so you just try to jump right in there. Kev just try to jump right in there. Let's go.
That's all that is. You know what I mean? Like I just been enjoying the off season, and we went to the barbecue Saturday, and we just chilled all day, bro. Like it was a vibe. It was a whole vibe. It was a nice vibe, and I had a good time.
Yeah. I'm sorry I couldn't make that, but my aunt was celebrating her 50th birthday. She had a birthday party, and there was no way that I could make it all the way up to the Bronx and then come back. I was like, yo, I'm playing myself. If I try to do both, I'm playing myself. Word. But I saw the picture. Y'all look like I was having a blast.
Yeah, I was telling Kev we're gonna do it again next year. And see, this year I came up because my sister had a baby, so I came up at
congratulations.
This time. But thank you. Next year I'm gonna do it after graduations, after all that, where people just chilling and know like things going on, like July-ish or something.
We can actually like plan it out ahead of time. And do it where everybody, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, facts. What you gonna call it? Nah, but yeah. So where y'all want to start? We got a Beverly of topics to discuss today. So where would y'all like to start? Jay Boogie's in the building. We see you, homie.
Oh, what up, Jay Boogie? Appreciate you for pulling up, man. That's fine.
Yeah. So where you want to start, Kev?
Yo,
you got a lot to talk about.
With the Casey Smith signing. That was like actually one of the news that I wanted to talk about. I like that move.
Who signed him? I didn't hear you.
Casey Smith. He's like
the who signing?
Like the head chief of medical.
Bet. You were just talking about that. So the Asian guy out of here.
Huh? Yeah.
Is that what that is? The Asian trainer that we have? He's out of here.
Yeah. They didn't report it, but I mean, I don't think you need so many trainers.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm mad because all the injuries. Look, you're the medical guy. All the injuries we had this season. Hey, Something got to give. Somebody got to pay for that. Somebody got to answer for that. But so what do y'all know about what's his name, Casey?
Tell you right now.
I think he came. He was the medical trainer for Team USA for sure. Did he come from Dallas?
He came from Dallas, right? He came from
From
Dallas.
Dallas. He was
He came from Dallas.
trainer from Team USA.
And he was actually with Dallas
Okay.
for like almost 20 years or something like that.
They're gonna get us on Tampa and watch.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yo, he was actually. I appreciate you, bro. He was actually.
Does that work for trainers? Like,
I don't know.
He was actually on Dallas for like 20 years.
Shout outs from
like,
ATL.
What up, Keith? What's going on, bro? He was at yo. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. So yeah, he was actually in the mix. They actually spoke to him about the signing of Jason Kidd, so he was in the mix of that. Like he had a voice in the organization, so they he was well respected around the league. From what I read on the New York Times, that link that I showed y'all, that I sent y'all, and for him to be picked to be on the USA team for like I think it was like 5 years or something like that. That says a lot, man, for somebody to choose you to do that. And you're dealing with the stars now. So that was big, man. I think that was some big news for us, especially dealing with all the injuries we had this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, all those injuries, somebody had to pay. Somebody had to be held responsible. And I also think, like, with the messing up the timelines, like some timelines on these injuries was kind of weird and befuddled this season. And I'm not sure if Leon Rose and them kind of was digging that. Like for instance, Mitchell Robinson, the first diagnosis on him that he was going to be out for the whole. Well, yeah, OG, but you got Mitchell Robinson. First diagnosis on him, he was going to be out for the whole season. Then you got OG. They said it was going to be day-to-day, a couple of days, and then he was out for what?
Surgery.
Like a couple of months. You feel me? Julius Randle. That situation's a little bit different, but yeah, it was a few. There's a few people that we misdiagnosis, and somebody got to be responsible for that. And what was the Asian guy name? But I hate keep on calling him an Asian guy, but I don't remember his name. So the Asian guy had to be held responsible, I guess. Oh man.
I mean, I think
welcome to the team, Casey.
I think at any time when we talk about upgrading rosters, it's not only players, it's coaching staff, it's trainers, it's all that. It's when you can get a high caliber guy that's been around the league. Someone that works on Team USA is clearly very well respected. You know what I mean? So when you can upgrade to there, then you make the move. It's not going to kill your pocket. You do what you got to do. We definitely need someone that can hold keep our guys healthy.
That's definitely need to be a key for next year.
Yo, what up, Dominic? Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Casey for pulling up.
Thanks.
Yeah, Dominic. Shout out to Dominic in the building. But yeah, that shout out to KC. Welcome to the team. Know what I mean?
Thanks.
But yeah, we got.
And I mean,
so
if we're gonna,
rumors going around.
Hold on, T-Time. Since we're talking coaching upgrades, we gotta welcome Mo Cheeks to the team.
That's right.
It's a fact. It's fact. Yeah, right. I was happy. I saw that. I was happy. Yeah, welcome Mo Cheeks. It's like another old school hard nosed coach. Former point guard in the NBA. We talking about well respected. You feel me? Like, yeah, Mo Cheeks name ring bells out here. His name is weird. Ayo, pause.
Uh,
well respected. I think everybody, the consensus I've been seeing, on social media, is that one of the people they expect to, him to have a big impact on is Deuce. Yeah, I mean, being able to learn from Mo, and help round out his game as a coming off the bench and being more of a well-rounded point guard. It was a great hire. It's a great hire. This team is all about identity, and this is another a pickup that just shows that they are focused on the identity of the team versus just grabbing
The
any and
culture.
everybody to try to make a difference. The culture is important here, and Mo Cheeks is one of those. He's one of those guys, fits right into the culture. I should have did the time and list out his whole resume so I could tell the fans his whole entire resume. But if you have any basketball knowledge, when you hear the name Mo Cheeks, you know exactly who we talking about. He's been around for a while. He ain't no young whippersnapper wet behind the ears. Again, the guys in the league, when they see Mo Cheeks, they know to show him respect.
that guy,
And,
the
and that's
guy,
my
the
and
guy
that's my
that we had
soliloquy. How
before,
y'all
I think
feeling
his
about Mo?
name was Sam Harris. He was the senior vice president, player performance and science leader.
Yeah.
But no, I think
Who's
Mo
that?
Cheeks is,
Wasn't Mo Cheeks the old head coach of the Washington Wizards at one point?
I have no idea. But I think I definitely agree with T
Wait,
Time.
what?
He definitely is a good pickup, especially for our point guards. Deuce is going to learn a lot. Even Jalen is going to
Absolutely.
expand. Jalen is going to, he can develop more. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely a good sign. And again, to have assistant coaches that are brought in that fit into Tibbs' culture and this team's identity, it's gonna be a great fit. You say he's very well respected, and he's coming into a great team. Like so, I mean, we were good
Yeah,
without him,
facts.
and I expected it and nothing gonna change. We're gonna get better.
Yeah, facts. I'm over here trying to pull up his
What up,
resume.
Cody?
So
What's good,
I know
bro?
he coached quite a few teams, if I'm not mistaken.
OG
Uh,
140 million paid
he
from
coached the
CA,
Nets. Yuck,
Buffalo,
93.
New
No,
York,
yeah, he played.
the
That's
Suns,
played.
the Knicks,
Gotta be.
to steal a guy in the draft is like putting your paycheck on the lotto. Oh man,
OG.
yeah. Oh yeah, the Portland Trailblazers. I don't know about 40
Yeah,
million a year though. I don't know. I'm still up in the air with that, Steve. Like, and the only
40
reason
mil is
why I
crazy.
say that is because of the injury. The injury history is kind of crazy. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so the injury history is wild crazy. 40 million a year is wild crazy. Uh, I think the most I'm willing to give OG is probably like 35. 35 is still pushing it, right? Like it's still pushing it. Like it,
Facts.
but I'm not mad at him for wanting 35, especially with the new CBA and the contracts, everything being more inflated and all this other stuff. And then you start looking
And
at some of the people around the league that's making more money than most of the guys on our team, and you're like, yeah, I want that. But him to declining his extension was absolutely expected. What he was supposed to get, like 19.5 or
mhm.
something like that.
and
19.5. He's
and
worth way
him
more than that. We all knew.
facts.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, and him declining doesn't mean he won't take less.
Now, go ahead.
Cause can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah.
him
Yeah,
declining
absolutely.
him him declining doesn't mean he still won't take less. It could mean he wants a little bit more than what he's getting now, and it could mean he wants a long contract. You know what I mean? Him declining is just saying, I don't want this for next season. You know what I mean? So I don't think Knicks fans need to panic. You know, hearing the decline is just the first start of it. Doesn't mean we lost him, doesn't mean any of that. It could just mean, hey, let's just get this more long-term deal done right now instead of next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, I like I said at the barbecue, I really think the Knicks they have to announce the decline, but I think the first move they're going to announce is Jalen's extension at a lower rate to make it all make sense, right? So people don't start panicking and going crazy like, oh, y'all gave him too much money. Okay, we gave him too much money because we paid this one less.
Yeah, I think the first part is the declining of the contract. That has to happen. I think when we traded for him, we already knew he was going to decline his option. Not too many players, especially when too many players pick up their player option, especially if they've been playing good. If a player's been playing bad, that's when you see them pick up their player option. If a player's been playing good or over exceeding expectations, they're 9 times out of 10 they're declining that player option. And this is just the natural order things for OG. There's the rumor who was it, Fred Katz talking about that OG was, what's the word he used? Unenthused. It's like something like the word thrilled. I forgot the word he used.
Not thrilled.
Not thrilled.
He's not
thrilled with the first offer. Yeah. Well, that's what the contract negotiations are. Like, then you gonna go and give hey, if we could get him for cheap, we're gonna try to get him for cheap. But that doesn't mean that we're in trouble of losing him or anything like that. I see a lot of people overreacting on my timelines about like, oh, if we lose, we traded the kids for nothing, and if he leaves, we did just trade the kids for nothing. Relax. The Knicks are very. Then there are other reports that saying the Knicks are still very interested, still very focused on re-signing OG. I think there's going to be a thing. We're going to reach an agreement. I mean, that's just where I don't see us not re-signing OG. It just don't make sense for neither party. I mean, like.
Wow.
And you have to think about it. His agent is Leon Rose's son, so. It's gonna be like, Pops, come on, stop playing with me. Like, give me a bit. You know what I mean? Like how you talk to your people. Like, don't try to.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think they're gonna come to a common ground. I mean, it does, like you said, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that the Knicks made that move without truly believing that he would sign long term, right? So I mean, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the media. The Knicks move in silence. We just know it, and whatever happens, happens. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, I'm almost sure the Knicks got a counter move to what's the next move.
Yeah, I agree. I think Leon is just working in silence.
We forget before.
No, I just said that. I think Leon is just working in silence like always.
Yeah. And we forget, right? We really do forget that there was also, since we like to listen to rumors, that there was also a rumor that that OG said that he will take less to play for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
He fired his agent to get here.
Right.
Yeah. You got to keep all these things into consideration. OG fired his agent to get here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think somebody go through all that trouble just to be like, yeah, and seeing the success that they had and like, yo, we was on the verge of probably winning a chip. And if we run it back, we could probably, I don't think that a person just be like, yeah, nah, I'm out. I'm going to go take my chances elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because then you also got to look at other contending teams and what their contract situation look like. You know what I mean? Like, what their salary caps look like. I promise you, they not looking as good. I promise you. You look at the the Bostons, the Minnesotas, the Denver
Oklahoma.
Nuggets, like Oklahoma, and that he's got the contract situation is not looking as cushy and comfortable as it is over here. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But as well, we still got to focus on. We got other people to focus on. We got I Hart. We got to re-sign. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then you also be like, we also got I Hart to sign, and you got people talking about we should get rid of Mitch and re-sign I Hart. I don't think that both of those things are mutually exclusive. I think we could keep both of them. I think I Hart signs for a reasonable contract. We could keep both of them sign OG. But maybe that's just pipe dreams for me. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like I ain't got all the answers. Maybe that's just pipe dreams for me and being optimistic. But I feel like in my heart of hearts, all this could work out and it could happen.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, the Knicks are like that's like they're they're making sure those guys are coming back. But I think bringing those guys back, we're gonna be like really hit with money. After that,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little shaky.
I feel like if it's ever a time for us to go into the luxury tax of being one of the
It'll be right
richest
now.
teams in the NBA period, you feel me? Like this is why you are a big market team. This is why you are one of the biggest teams, the most richest teams in the NBA. For moments like this where you have the opportunity to step up and be like, hey, we like what we got. We want to double down on this. Let's go into the luxury tax a little bit to keep our guys and keep it moving forward. Go ahead, Kev, my fault.
No, no, I was listening.
Oh, I thought you had your hand up like you wanted to say something.
Oh no, no,
My
no, no, no,
No, no,
no.
no. Yeah. This is definitely the time. This is definitely a time. James Dolan need to press the button, give Leon Rose the green light, and tell him, yo, I don't care what it costs. Make it happen. You feel me? Make it happen. Golden State did it. They ran it up for like a few years on the luxury tax. Yeah, I mean, because they another one of the richest teams in the NBA, and they ran it up. They ran it up to get those rings. They were well into the luxury tax for a few years, you know. And I think this is the time. You got two superstars because I don't know, Kev, how y'all feel. Julius Randle's a superstar in my eye. 20, 25, 10, and 5 is a superstar in my eyes. So you got two
Thanks.
superstars in their prime with a hell of a supporting cast. Uh, I think it's time to double down. And all of us watched the playoffs, especially the Eastern Conference. And it's not a Knicks fan that I have spoken to that didn't have the same sentiment that we could have won the East if we was healthy this year. It was the
I
same
agree.
sentiment.
We
I
So
might have
agree.
we might have won the finals because we're the bust Dallas ass
Yeah,
yeah,
I
the way
agree.
facts,
they
I agree.
played.
I
facts.
agree. I completely agree. I think if we would have stayed healthy, man, that team would have been real dangerous, bro. We would have gave Boston fits. I'm telling you, because Jason Tatum wasn't. I think really Jalen Brown
And the supporting cast won.
and what you call it, yeah, they really kept them alive, bro. Because Jason Tatum, man, if Jalen Brown wasn't on that team, they weren't winning the finals, bro.
Jason Tatum is not who everybody depict him to be. He's not the guy. Uh,
Nah,
but yeah,
Jalen
like
Brown and Derek White.
this, yeah, I felt like, yeah. So I said that to say, like, now, yes, you want to bring these guys back, and I feel like OG is a super pivotal part. Our heart is a super pivotal part of what we do. I love the way that our heart opens up the offense from us for a passing standpoint. I love Mitchell Robinson, but I also love the fact that our heart brings something to the floor offensively. That floater was tremendous this year. Like, so you have to bring these two guys. Absolutely. You feel me? Like, then you got the other guys who's on free agency, which I think this is where whatever trade we're going to make is going to come from one of these guys, Bogey or Alec Burke. I think one of them two might not be here next year. You know what I mean? Like, so But everybody else, the core guys, we need to bring those guys back. I promise you, if we run it back with our core guys and probably make the tweak with whether it be Bogey or Alec Burke and bring the rest of the core back, we'll be fighting for the number one seed. I promise you this. I promise you this. If we stay healthy and we bring our Mitchell, I Hart and OG back, and we gonna be fighting for the number one seed, man. And we gotta re-sign these guys. I think we will. I got faith in this front office. They've been doing an amazing job. Gotta happen though.
I agree. And you know what? Anytime I hear something on social media or through these beat writers, I believe the complete opposite of everything they say. You know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunate, but that's just where my mind goes at this point because they just say anything. And when was the last time they reported something that actually came true or in that season? Because people will be like,
Facts.
"Oh, they reported OG." Well, they reported OG a whole year ago. You know what I mean? Like, so whenever they
when the trigger was actually pulled, they didn't say nothing about it.
And right, and there were none that they had reported. You know what I mean? That we weren't giving up everything that they wanted, and it was a whole different thing. But like when I see all the reports about Mitch, and I'm like, you know, I don't want it to be true. I like Mitch, that's my boy. But I mean, if it had to be, if we didn't have an option, you know, it is what it is. But just them reporting it to me is like, it ain't happening. He gonna be a Knick. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and especially when you see like the names that they're giving us now. If we got the option of getting rid of Mitch for a number 6 pick, do you make that move? I think so. I think you flip that type of pick for a number 6 pick. But like just for Larry Nance, nah, I'm good on that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. Larry Nance is crazy. Larry Nance is crazy. But so devil's advocate, like even if that, like who I'm not even abreast of who's coming out the draft right now. I ain't gonna pretend like I am. But who would we draft at number 6?
I don't watch college basketball like that. I have no idea. I don't really know, but when you think about just the numbers, we drafted him at what number? And then to get a number 6 pick for him, someone who hasn't been very healthy, to be honest. You know what I mean? Do you make that type of move? I say you do.
Listen, I get it. I get the health thing is an issue. But I just have a hard time. Like, there's 2 reasons, right? You know, Mitchell Robinson is the longest tenured Knick right now.
I agree.
And 2, I just have a problem trading the best offensive rebounder in the league.
Wow.
I just have a problem trading.
I feel you. Trust me.
Like I get it. You know, injuries has been an issue, but you know, we watched Joel Embiid be injured most of his career, and then he had a good stint of like 2-3 years where he wasn't as injured. You know, like I don't know. Like, I'm not ready to give up on Mitch yet. That's probably just me. Yeah, I know some people that out there that's like, yeah, it's time to move on. He could never stay healthy. But I'm like, I'm not ready to give up on Mitch yet, man. Especially when we got I Hart, like the kind of to hold the ship down. No, I get what you're saying.
I'm not willing to give him up. But what I'm saying is, if we
I get
had
what
to
you're saying. Like, if
we had to choose between one I Hart and him, and we could get a number 6 pick because they're not keeping both of them, then you make the move.
I would do it too.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold.
Yeah, I'm the odd man out on this one. I don't even know who would be going as number 6. I don't even know who that person might be.
Cause like, think about it, man. He missed, and I love Mitch too. Like, but if we could get the number 6 pick, get younger, you know, more athletic, you know, and draft a young player and develop a young player. I think just imagine missed 50 games, then came back and missed the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And
You
we
know,
get
Mitch is
that
only 26
constantly
years
from
old,
him.
man.
We get that constantly, bro. Constantly from Mitch, bro.
I hear you, but he's still only 26 years old, man.
Nah, he
He's
is.
still a youngster. He's
He
still a
is.
youngster. You know what I
I agree
mean?
with that.
I get it. I'm not. I'm just saying personal feelings. I'm not saying nothing y'all saying is wrong. I'm just saying personal feelings. Yeah, nah. Nah, I don't even know who number 6 is gonna be. who is that person? I don't even know. But yeah, nah. I just and to me, I already know what I'm getting with Mitch. Like, you taking the number 6 pick, you don't know who you're getting. You don't know who you're getting for real, right? Like, you know what you got in Mitch. Yeah, he may not be healthy all the time, but you know when he's healthy, there's nobody in the NBA that rebounds better than Mitchell Robinson.
No.
Nobody, especially on the offensive glass. Nobody. You know what I mean? And he's still a big part of the defense. Like, our defense, to me, is still better when Mitch is on the court. I like I Hart. I think I Hart is a tremendous defender in his own right, but I also think that I Hart in some matchups can't stand up to like the Joel Embiids and the Jokers of the world. Like, you feel me? Like, those guys are too big of bodies for him. Pause. That's crazy. But yeah, and this is why I think you keep Mitch for. To me personally, I want Mitch to keep on coming off the bench. I want to give I
Nah,
Hart most of the minutes. You lower Mitch's,
I agree.
Mitch's minutes per game.
I think I Hart actually earned the starting job from Mitch, especially the way he played. I mean, pretty much held it down, especially against guys that of name. And his floater was crazy this year, bro. Like
Facts.
from all angles of on the court, like he was knocking them shits down like crazy. I think it was over 50%. That floater had to be over 50% from the field,
Absolutely.
bro. Had to be. So,
Absolutely.
um, but my thing with Mitch, I don't mind him coming off the bench, but my thing with him is like, bro, now you coming off the bench and you still getting hurt.
Yeah. Well, him coming off the bench, remember he got hurt because
He was starting.
he got hurt because whatchamacallit? What's that bum ass nigga name?
Embiid.
Joel Embiid. Remember, he got hurt. Then when he came back, that's when he started coming off the bench, and he got hurt during the playoffs because of Joel Embiid. So that's not really his fault. I mean, it was some dirty plays happening. But to answer Darlene's question, why can't we keep both? It's because, like, if we can't keep both, it's because of the money that's being made. Like, I Hart is probably going to command around 18 mil a year. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be 18 mil a year. Mitch is already making like 17, 18, because his contract is going down.
Yeah.
So he's probably around like 18, 17 himself. You're talking about 32 million in your center position. That's not the norm for the league, spending that much on centers. So if there's a reason why we wouldn't be able to keep him, it's just how much the center position is going to be costing us as a team. That's the only reason.
And I think if the Knicks commit to giving OG a large amount of money to keep him, and we go into the luxury tax, then I think we keep both of them easily. Because why? You know what I mean? Like, ain't gonna hurt us to pay a little bit extra tax to make sure we remain intact if that's the route they want to go.
Yeah. Now I think it will hurt because from what I hear from the new CBA, the luxury tax penalties are going to be more hefty this year than they ever been. So that's also something we gotta look at too. Even though I agree we should go into the luxury tax, but it's what the league was trying to do to combat what Golden State was doing. They tried to combat what Golden State was doing. Golden State was paying all their people. Oh yeah, don't worry, guys. We gonna take these penalties, and we gonna win these championships. You feel me?
I mean, we're in a position where we make a lot of money as an organization. I mean, if you want to win, sometimes it costs. It ain't like they ain't making it. Like they making it back plus some.
Yeah, I just don't want them to raise them damn ticket prices no more. So.
Shit, they already raised. They already raised.
Them shit's already crazy.
This is facts. But moving along, keep the party going. I know y'all seen it because I've seen it a lot over the last couple days, and it's annoying me. So this wasn't on. I don't think it's on the itinerary in the description of things that we had to talk about, but I'm here. The Paul George thing. Why? What's wrong with it? Oh snap! You saw that? Look.
Yeah.
Yo, she just did that. Hold on. Wait, how's only working for you?
No,
I don't know.
Look, Kev, look. How you get all the emojis?
I think it's the iPhone. It's the iPhone.
I gotta be the iPhone. Facts. Yeah. But, yeah. I've seen, and most of these trades circle around Julius Randle, sending Julius Randle to the Clippers for Paul George. I think that is absolutely malarkey. Now, don't get me wrong. PG-13, he's nice. He's nice. But when you compare the numbers, he ain't doing what Julius Randle was doing. I think Julius Randle averaged more points per game. Excuse me. Julius Randle averaged more points per game, of course, more rebounds, more assists per game. Like, Paul George did shoot better from 3-point range. That's to be expected. And I think he had like more steals or something like that per game. But other than that, everything else is Julius Randle, man. I think listen, the name, I think that's more of what it is than the actual production on the court. You want to trade Julius Randle for a guy who hasn't done anything. He hasn't. Listen, no disrespect to Paul PG-13. No disrespect, but what has he done? What has he won? What team has he led to the promised land that you just willing to? And it's not just Julius Randle. It's Julius Randle and mad draft picks that y'all want to put in these mock trades. Like what has PG-13 done to garner you sending a 3-time All-Star, two-time All-NBA player, and multiple draft picks for him? He's done nothing. I'll tell you what, nothing. He was playing in the playoffs this year, wasn't he, huh? Then they go home early. That's what I'm saying, man. He said he only averaged 2 more points per game than Paul. It's still averaging more. This is what I'm saying. Like, people want to argue semantics and try to make it seem like it's less. Because if it was the other shoe around and Paul George averaged 2 more points per game over Julius Randle, you'd be sitting here, but he averaged more points per game. And 2 more points per game is a lot throughout a season, dog. What are we talking about, bro?
And the contract is different. Like
way different.
Yo, he's giving you the same amount of production at way less. And he's younger. And he's younger.
Facts.
Because your man is 34 years old. Julius Randle is what, 27? 29.
And Paul George is injury prone too.
Yep.
Injury prone, right.
And it's not a 1-for-1 trade. Like you said, it's a bunch of picks.
Nah, it's Julius Randle, probably another player because contract's got a match.
Paul George contract. Yeah, Paul George contract.
Yo.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think that's nasty work. And I'm not trying to shit on Paul George. I just think Now, if you told me
he don't fit our culture, that's what it is. He don't fit our culture.
You'd have told me Paul George like 4 years ago, I'd have been like, all right, now you cook it with grease. But right now, nah, the sun is setting on that. Sun is setting on that career. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't want it. I don't want
Like,
it.
like
You want to
why
have,
go? Why revert back to what we used to do? Getting guys past their
Right,
prime,
right.
overpaying when we got great contracts going on right now. And if you want to come, you're gonna come on our terms. We're not bringing you in on your terms. This,
yeah.
this is what we say a million times. These players have been free agents over and over and over again, and over and over and over again. They overlooked us. Now, guess what? It's our time to start overlooking dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Word, word. It
You're
is.
not worthy.
Yeah, it's a fact, bro.
We
Like
don't
it's
want
about
you. We
time
good.
the Knicks need to start acting bougie. Word, bro. Like I don't want you on my team. Nah, 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 nah. I don't want that. I
Yeah,
don't want that. Like step aside, bro. You know, and I
facts.
love it, bro. I
I
love
agree.
it. I love it. Don't make no move, bro. Run it back. You know,
Facts.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, why not?
I,
Like, get
I'm,
over it. Get
I'm team
over
run
the
it back.
facts.
run
Get
it back.
over the whole Randle thing. Like, when then we could just go into the next topic. Him on
Absolutely.
7 p.m. in Brooklyn. If watching that didn't make you want to keep him a Nick, because to me it showed how very much he wants to be part of this team. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you gotta give him another opportunity to show and prove. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and you know, uh, last year watching him play, after he found his rhythm, after the trade was made, I literally watched Julius Randle play some of the best basketball I've ever seen him play. Was good, was good.
Facts.
What up,
Uh,
LV? What up, LV? Was goody?
yeah, I watched Julius Randle play some of the best basketball I've ever seen him play. I've seen him out moving, scoring without the ball, like not having to dominate the ball, do all these other things and things that people said that he couldn't do, and he was doing it. Uh, I think everybody said that is not a good fit, and I think that's cap. I think is a still a tremendous fit uh, with him and Jalen Brunson. But to talk about the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn interview, uh, and everybody still being very still the internet. I don't want to say everybody, the internet being super butthurt about Julius Randle when it dumbs down, because I think that's really what it is. You feel me? It's not based on basketball, and no matter how they try to spin it, it's not based on basketball, bro. Because if it's based on basketball, you would understand that you do not get the kind of production that Julius Randle get for the kind of money that you get him for. Like you got him for. It doesn't he has one of the most valuable contracts in the whole entire NBA, and y'all want to trade it for overpaid superstars on the sunset of their career. But anyway, like he said on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, it's like, yeah, it's the internet. Y'all got to give it up because the narrative y'all trying to spin on the internet about Julius Randle ain't real life. Because I know for a fact he get crazy love in real life. And y'all showed your hand when he got injured. All that fake animosity y'all had towards Julius Randle when we went on that stretch and we started losing basketball games. I've seen stern Julius Randle haters and people who complain about his game and said that we would be better off without him. I watch y'all get on the internet and be like, oh man, I wish we had Julius Randle out there.
Even
Y'all
in the
gotta give
playoffs.
it up and stop. Facts. Y'all gotta give it up and stop trying to trade Julius Randle for any and everything. Like I'm not even going to
Uh-oh. He got lost.
But nah, but what he's saying is true though, man. What he's saying is true though. He was really like missed throughout the playoffs. He was a key piece to our team, man. And
Facts.
That's gonna be hard to replace. A guy that really wants to be here, a leader in the locker room. It's you can see it. You can see it with the guys and the togetherness
Mm-hmm.
and how they was holding him down throughout the whole injury process. The team completely held him down. If you go
Facts.
back to the podcast, they was telling him like, "Yo, nah, you good. Come through. We got you. We holding it down for you." And you can feel the love, bro. Like them guys love each other for real.
Facts.
Facts.
And I think it's mutual. It's definitely mutual. Like to
Word,
see him represent our city and he's out and about in the city with his family
word.
at the Rangers game, at the Yankees game, like everywhere. Bro,
Yeah,
I don't remember the last time you seen a player that wasn't from here, because I'm not talking Mello, that wasn't from New York, just embrace the city like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and people just like, oh, he's only a regular season player. He never performed well in the playoffs. He never had a team like this to perform with. Let's see him perform in the playoffs with this team and then assess it
Oh,
afterwards.
yo, and can I say
oh,
one
I'm
thing? Like
yeah.
he
Go
said
ahead
it on
before I
the
cook,
podcast
Steven.
too. He said it on the podcast, so he's like, yo, where I'm from, it's real slow.
Bro,
I'm
I
not
live
used
in
to none of
Dallas. I know.
word. He was like, yo, I'm not used to none of this, but I'm coming to a whole different it's a whole different vibe. Everything he had to deal with was different, you know.
Yeah, but look. This is where his nasty work, because I remember Steven talking about he wanted to trade Julius Randle for Cat, and then he gonna sit up here and talk about shooting numbers. A Julius Randle, like we just didn't watch Cat shoot nasty numbers too. But let's not forget Julius Randle first playoffs, like we all know this, had nobody to pass the ball to, and Atlanta made it their business that we not gonna let you score, right? And that's Julius Randle's first playoff appearance his whole entire career. Then his second playoff appearance, he was playing on a ankle that needed to be surgically repaired immediately after the series was over. Like again, Julius Randle in the playoffs, we never seen him play in the playoffs with as much help as he had this year. Because remember, even when he played on a surgically the ankle that needed to be surgically repaired, outside of Jalen Brunson, nobody else was cooking.
Because
Nobody
everybody
else
was
was cooking.
hurting too.
You heard. So boom. Yeah, that's nasty work, man. You gotta give you gotta give up your hate for Julius Randle. And the reason why I'm not answering Steven no more, right? Is because I
Lord,
remember it was a time that Steven, we was on a live together, probably like 3-hour live. We was arguing with each other, and he was saying that he would trade Julius Randle for average stretch 4, and that's why I can't talk to you.
but no, and then you keep saying Laurie marketing, Laurie marketing, Laurie marketing. Laurie marketing can't even stay healthy. He hasn't even played more than 70 games in his career.
Bro, and he looks good on
So
a bad team.
right, all the time. What has he
Yeah,
done in the playoffs? Can you tell
yeah.
me what Laurie Markkinen has done in the playoffs? What
Since
has
he's
he
worried
done
about
to
Julius
help his
Randle.
team make it to the playoffs? He
Yeah,
hasn't. He hasn't really done nothing.
Culture.
yeah,
You know
People
why?
can't forget
Because
our
he can't
culture.
stay healthy. He can't
yeah.
stay healthy either.
Yeah, but I'm not giving Steven all this time tonight.
Oh, but he can shoot the ball. But if you can't stay healthy, what kind of use are you? If you can't
Randall
finish
could
off the
shoot the ball
season,
too.
what's the use?
Mm,
It's always what someone else could do. Let's not act like our guys can't shoot. We
Right.
don't need a stretch. Nobody. All our guys shoot threes. We don't need a stretch. We need someone that we need Randall. We need a bully. He is that. Ain't no one
mm,
better in that position for us. No one that fits the culture that we can get for the amount of money that we pay him. And he ain't going nowhere. I don't care.
He said When has Laurie Marketing, has he ever averaged 25 points a game his whole career? Because that's what Steven is claiming. And I think I'm calling cap on that. I don't believe that's true.
No,
Has
you
he
know
ever?
why? Because he shoots like 40% from the 3-point line, and I understand it. But if you know, like you still haven't been able to help a team make the playoffs, bro.
Oh
You
no, he
really
did.
haven't been able
He
to do
did
that.
last year. He did. Yeah, he did. He one time his whole career he averaged 25 points a game.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. He
But
has
that,
But
but
23 this year. But
what he averaged that on our kind of team.
listen,
Because anybody can
Lo-
average whatever, right? Because Bogey was averaging crazy numbers in Detroit, but that was Detroit, right?
Laurie Marketing hasn't affected winning. That's all I'm gonna say.
Facts.
And
No
as much as
impact
how
on
you
the
feel
game.
about Julius, as much how you feel about Julius Randle, we watched Julius Randle affect winning. Put the team on his back by himself a whole year and carried the Knicks to their first playoffs in 8 years. And then, like, come
Facts.
on, man, come
And
on,
even he said it. Even he said it in on the show on the podcast. He's like, I came here. He said when they won 15 games.
facts. He said we was winning 15 games when I came here. Facts. And I watched that all 82 games that season, every
Facts.
last single one. Yeah, but yeah, man.
yo, this
And
guy would do anything and everything to get rid of Julius Randle, and every single year you be wrong, bro.
yo, and
Every single year since I've known this man, trade Julius Randle, and the Knicks never trade him, bro.
And they
yo,
not gonna.
you can't, you couldn't have watched the Knicks in January and been like, yeah, this doesn't work. Like, come on, bro. But anyway, we digressing from the point talking to Steven all night because Steven is a Julius Randle hater. We know this to be true. Uh, but yeah, now to Mrs. Nick's point earlier, there's Julius on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I don't know how that doesn't endear you more to this guy, because he kept on saying, like, you reached that point where, like, yo, I want to win here. Yeah, I mean, like, I want to bring a chip to the city, and he's been saying this for quite some time now. That's the most important thing for him. He's 29 now, year 10 in his career, and the most important thing to him is winning. And then you saw when Jalen Brunson came to the team, how the cap was that he went willingly give up the reins to Jalen Brunson, and you saw him do that. You saw him do that because to him the most important thing is winning, and he wants to win here. He wants to be here, and that's my thing. I want to trade for people who necessarily don't even want to be here.
Facts.
You're screaming out names, Laurie Marketing, this person, that person. Who says they want to be here?
Facts.
Who says they want to play in New York?
Or who says they
that's
can handle playing in New York?
You heard.
Because that's his own monster, right? Like Julius has proven he can play here. Like the way fans ripped him apart that season, myself included, and he still stood 10 toes down for us. You know what I mean? Like many guys would have folded at that point, and he didn't.
Facts.
And so, I mean, you don't give up on a guy like that. And I think him and this entire team see like how much sports means to our city. You know what I mean? And how much we love guys that work hard. You know what I mean? There's no fan base like us. And I'm not saying it because we're Knicks fans. And people could say we're cocky fans and all this. But I'm sorry, no other fan base showed out like us this playoffs. And I think these guys understand. You win for this city, bro, you're like the king of basketball.
How much you want to bet, Steven? How much you want to bet? How much money you want to put on that? How much money you going? How much money? I don't want to hear nothing else. how much money you want to put on that ideology you just posted? How much money, Steven?
But the thing is though, T Tom, like, and the thing is you would win the bet because again, I'm gonna go back and say it again. Since I've met Steven, he's been wrong every single time.
Every single time.
Every single time he's been wrong, bro. You know it. You know it. That's why you laugh. It's because he's been wrong every time, bro. Especially when it comes down to Julius Randle, bro. He just don't like him. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You don't have to like him.
Facts.
But you
gotta respect him. But you gotta respect him.
You gotta respect it, bro. That guy isn't going anywhere, bro. He's not going on the way anywhere. You gotta deal with him. You gotta deal with him now, bro.
Yeah. That's an outlandish claim, and all I want to know is how much money you willing to put on that. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man, like you said, playing in New York is a different monster. We watched Julius Randle grow up and learn. You got to understand, he didn't come into this league as a number one option. He had to learn how to do that. And we watch him learn how to be a number one option. We watch him learn and continually have to conform his game every year that he's been here. Every year that he's been here, he had to augment his game to fit whatever the needs was of the team. And he's been doing that. Excuse me. And just listen to him just speaking about, the thumbs down situation and coming to New York and all that stuff. And you could tell the growth. You could tell the growth because the thumb down situation. And I think I knew this, right? Like, I think me and Kev spoke about this like in real time as it happened. Like one, y'all kind of deserved the thumbs down. And two, it was more about him wanting to be better. You know what I mean? And not being better. Like, it was a lot of expectations coming into that season. We just made the playoffs the previous season, the first time in 8 years. We had high hopes. We just signed Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier. A lot of us was expecting big things. We was the 4th seed last year. We was expecting now listen, man. Barry's all good, man. Just have my cash, man. When you see me, you heard. Because remember, he betted on the Phoenix. You know what I mean? Yeah, have my cash. But wanting to be better, having those big expectations. Like myself, I thought, acquiring Kemba and Evan, we was 4th seed. We're probably gonna be a higher seed the next year, and shit not panning out. He was just an all-star. He was playing like trash. I mean, it was booze in the garden. Like, listen, man, absolutely. And from what I've heard, y'all, a lot of y'all was wilding in the garden, talking crazy to his kid and his wife. You know what I mean? His kid being uncomfortable having to leave games. Y'all absolutely deserve that. But to hear him talk about, it was still probably more about me than it was about the fans, gave more insight, whether you choose to believe him or not. You know what I mean? I believe him. I think that he was just having a rough time. And then, like, soon as he started playing well, all the people that was booing him in the garden started cheering again. He was like, nah, leave me alone. Y'all just hated me 2 seconds ago. But nah, we've definitely seen a lot of maturity in Julius Randle in his journey. You know what I mean, as a New York Knick. You know what I mean, I'm proud to have Julius on my team because y'all act like y'all forgot what it was like before he ascended. Y'all act like I forgot what it was like though to only win 15 and 17 games in a season. That the whole transformation of this team that y'all seen starts with Julius Randle. It starts with him. He's what enticed other people to come here and want to play. Like but and that's why I be so disgusted. But again, it be internet antics with these guys, man. It ain't based in real life because they be cheering. Julius throwing up 30. They not screaming trade Julius. They cheering.
But
they
like
cheering for the guy.
After a while, it's like exhausting. it's exhausting to hear every single year it's the same thing over and over. Why is he the main? I swear to you, bro, he's like the most hated Nick ever.
Facts.
He gotta be,
Facts.
bro. I ain't never heard not one player every single year trade talk like Julius Randle, bro. I never heard that with Patrick Ewing. I never heard that with Melo, except towards the end of his career with the Knicks. But like every single year, this fan base and the media they just want to get rid of him, bro. It's like
I
it's
think this is
terrible. It's nasty work.
I think this is a really good question. I'm long-winded, so I'm gonna be the last one to answer. But Nino said, "What's the probability of us winning the East next year?"
I mean, I think if we run it back with this team, because that's all we can talk about, right? This team we have right now. I think we win the finals this year. I'm not gonna hold you because to me, against Indiana, Boston didn't look that good. That was just my opinion. They didn't look that good. And even against Dallas, they didn't look that good. Dallas was just looking really bad. Dallas didn't have the manpower to hold Boston. And I think we have that manpower. You know what I mean? Like, you got to remember the guys that took us to where we ended was really our bench guys. They held us down with the starting lineup. So I think we definitely have the depth. We bring this whole team back 100% healthy all season. We win the East easily to me. Easily. I mean, Boston's not it wouldn't be an easy fight with them 100% healthy, but I think it's a fight that we could win. And if it was to come back to Dallas again in the finals, I think Dallas don't have the manpower to hold the Knicks in a series.
Facts.
In a series.
Facts. So, hold on. Let me just put the question back up there. So, like Mrs. Nick said, you can only talk about the rosters as it is, and it's not only means for the Knicks but the whole entire league. We don't know. It's still too early to see how the East is going to shape out, what moves will be made. But if we just go on face value right now of what we saw over the last season or the last postseason, this how I just run down the East, how it played out, so far. This year in the playoffs, right? If we were healthy,
we sweep Philly.
I say we win 4 games to 1. It goes 5. That series go 5. That game where Joel Embiid dropped 50. I don't see us winning that game even if healthy. If Joel Embiid is shooting that many free throws and score 50 points, it's gonna be hard to beat them, right? So I give him that one, right? Who we played next? We played
Indy.
We sweep Indiana. That series is not even close if we're healthy. We sweep those guys bad. Bad, right? And Boston, I think that series go 6 games. Our favor. I say 6. Our favor. And looking at the Kyrie sold, bro. Kyrie sold. And if we're gonna play Kyrie that's selling like that, that's a sweep. You heard? If we play the Mavericks and Kyrie played like that, sweep. But Kyrie always played the Knicks well. But I think we probably, if everybody was healthy, we probably won a chip this year. But that's the only way I could tell you is if we just say everything is going to stay the way it is going in the next season, which we know that's not to be true, right?
Right.
But looking at everything face value, we go to the finals easily.
Bro, why do you keep saying OG is our only shooter? So you erasing Jalen Brunson, you erasing Dante DiVincenzo.
Josh.
Like we got some more shooters, bro. It's not just OG.
Yo, you know why that's such a dumb ass statement? First of all, Tibbs is the reason why this team is good. I blame Tibbs for causing injuries year before, and I've been backtracked that statement many times, right? Two, you talk about, bro, you don't have to chuck up a billion 3-pointers to win. You play solid defense, you make baskets close to the hoop. You feel me? Like, and we have adequate shooters. Deuce, you talking about front court shooters, but we got a whole bunch of backcourt shooters. We got Deuce McBride. We got Dante DiVincenzo. We got Jalen Brunson. And we got Josh Hart. He's sometimey, streaky as fuck. He's sometimey, but he can shoot a little bit. Right?
And Bogdanovich.
I was just about to say that. Then we got
bro,
Bogey.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
then we got AB.
And then we got Alec. Yep.
We got AB. So you so worried about the one person that technically in your eyes can't shoot 3-point shots, which you can. You have to respect Julius Randle's 3-point shooting. Nobody's going to leave Julius Randle wide open from the 3-point line. They're not going to, right? So for you to make it seem like he's a straight, my problem with Julius Randle is when he shoots too many 3-point shots. When he's chucking up 3-pointers, that's the problem I have with him. If he's taking
his comments off, bro. Take his comments off the screen. Because what the fuck, bro? First of all, yo, I just read one sentence that pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah.
Yo, he said Josh Hart can't make a 3 to save his life. I think he won a couple of playoff games hitting a 3 this season.
Back some clutch joints. Some clutch joints.
Yo, Stevie acting like a casual, bro.
But it's only when it things that's revolving around Julius Randle he start talking like this. And we talk about any other topics about the Knicks, he makes a lot of sense. But when it comes to Julius Randle, he start typing with his emotions, man.
Yeah,
bro, just get over it, bro. I got over it. You feel much better as a fan getting over it.
Word. He have a special kind of hate for Julius Randle for real, bro.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah. And you know the crazy thing is Julius Randle wasn't even shooting that many threes this year. He cut that shit all the way down.
Facts.
He was playing more bully ball and attacking the basket more than anything.
Exactly. And it didn't hurt the spacing as a lot of y'all like to claim.
Nope.
It didn't hurt the spacing, none of that. You know what I mean?
My bad, Mike. Yeah, my bad, Mike. OG opted out. So now we're just waiting to see, what
the Knicks come back with.
What the Knicks come back with. So we just waiting.
Yeah.
The rumor was. I'm sorry. The rumor was the Knicks were expecting to give him a 4-year. What was it? 170.
Yeah, something like that.
4 years, 170. That's what the rumor is.
All right, so moving along. So Deuce McBride was on the Pat Bev podcast. I ain't gonna lie, I probably watched like 15 minutes of it because Pat Bev absolutely fucking sucks at interviewing people. Horrible. Horrible, man. But from the 15 minutes, what I did gather from Deuce McBride and endears me more to my heart, this young man, is just the fact that I'm gonna keep my head down and keep working. Like it's gonna come. Pause. Yep. Like it's going and you see it in his game. And every time somebody try to point out the deficiency in Deuce McBride's game to me, I always go, nah, he gonna work that out. But remember, because my thing was, I need him to stop being timid. I need him to be more aggressive. He started shooting. Then it's so, hey, I need him to try to get to the cup a little bit more. He got a decent mid-range. I need him to get to that. He's starting to augment his game and add layers year by year. And it just goes to show his work ethic. And that was the part of that interview that stuck out to me, and talking about his work ethic and, you know, how happy he is that the team had faith in him and giving him his opportunity. What are y'all thoughts on the interview with Deuce McBride on the Pat Bev podcast?
I mean, I took the same thing. I mean, the more I watch all the guys talk on podcasts and interviews, the more you see like how much they really love this team. Like, and you can see it. And like you said, his work, the work that he's put in, it shows. And not only how he's gotten better season after season, but even just last season, how much you see Jalen's, you know, how much he watched Jalen and his game has grown, and you see some of Jalen in him. And when you really look at like his story, I think his grandpops was like a Tuskegee Airman.
Yeah.
His family all play sports. And I don't think it was the Pat Bev thing, but it was something that I had seen where he was like, I don't know if it was him or his brother, because I follow both of them, was saying how their parents didn't let them go out and play with their friends. They had to practice their sport for like 2 to 3 hours before they could even ask to go out. So it started from young. And so that's why he puts in so much work. And I'm glad we always believed it, because, you know, we saw what he was doing in the G League. And so for it to translate into the NBA, I mean, it's huge. It's huge for him. You saw how when he talked about getting the extension, you could feel the relief in his voice and him just talking about it. And I mean, I'm glad it's worked out for him, and I'm glad he's part of this team, because he's a workhorse. He's one of the kids that is always working and doing what he needs to do, and he is he's part of this culture. He fits right in.
Facts. Kev, how you feeling?
Nah, she said everything. She said it all. Like, that kid is amazing, bro. I love his attitude. I love his maturity. The kid just, you know, he's just a student of the game, and you know, it's good to see that we were able to get a kid like him late in the second round.
Facts.
and be able to develop him, even though, if you notice how he said, even though I didn't get playing time and they didn't play me enough, I still, you know, stayed focused. I still stayed ready. And look, by him doing that, look what we was able to get out of him, man. That's good.
And to be honest, when you think of the mental, like, you watch all these guys that got drafted right around the same time as you just go. That shit could have easily took a toll on him. And it didn't. He was so locked in on perfecting his craft. And look what happened. We signed him for pennies, to be honest. And he come out and show the fuck out.
And not only that, like in the playoffs,
facts,
on the pressure,
and that's what I was about to get at.
Knocking down shots when it mattered most. Like, you know, you can't ask for more than that. Like, I loved Quick. Y'all know how I felt about Quickly, but your man played way better than Quickly did for us in the playoffs.
Right.
At $13 million for 3 years.
Yo, he already earned that 13 mil.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the few things when I was watching. The
one thing I will say this, Pat Bev said on that pod, was when he said, you know, this only earned you another contract. So,
Well, and
once you keep,
he also said he said, yeah, if you would sign the contract this year, it'd be a whole lot more chicken. It'd be a whole lot more money if you signed it this year.
yeah, that's
He
true.
said, well, if you'd have waited one more year, it'd a whole lot, especially the way he's played. Absolutely. That 13 mil would have definitely been around the 60. It definitely would have been around
Yeah,
60 mil. Easy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
look how God works, man.
Yo,
Nah, but
and
we
that
definitely
just goes
found
to show you
a
what kind.
diamond in the rough
That just goes
with
to
Deuce.
show you what kind of front office we got, man. Like they making those right decisions at the right time, and not going and giving out these insane contracts, with putting yourself in the hole. So you got Josh Hart on a great contract. You got Dante on a great contract. Deuce on a great contract. Um, Jalen
Jalen.
Jalen.
Brunson's on a great contract. Even Julius Randle, great contract. Low key, Mitch is on a great contract, even though he's
Yeah.
always hurt. Like
It's
everything,
descending.
yeah, like
Right.
so for shout out to Leon Rose for always making the right decisions at the right time and keeping us out of that threshold that we can't be in.
Yeah. But yeah, we definitely found a diamond in the rough with Deuce. Uh
Yo,
yeah, I ain't watch enough of the interview to elaborate anymore. Because Pat Bev interview style was atrocious. Him and his co-host atrocious. Um, it's like they was interviewing Pat Bev the whole time, and Deuce was just there, and it was getting on my nerves. Like both of them was having a one-on-one conversation, and Deuce just had to chime in when he could chime in. I hated it, so I had to get up out of that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But if y'all got any more points that y'all heard on that interview, please.
I think that was pretty much it.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Y'all probably watch it
'Cause,
as much as I did.
like you did say, like a lot of Pat Beverly and his man did. It was kind of I saw it, but it was kind of annoying. But he just pretty much talked about that, and they talked about when he played in football. But that's we already knew that already.
Yeah. All right, so back again. I didn't get to watch the Coach Tommy T on the Roommates podcast. I didn't get around to it.
You have to
I did
watch
see
it.
some. I did see some
Yo,
clips. I did see some clips. So I'm kind of just gonna turn it over to y'all, and I'm just gonna comment on what y'all talking about because I don't know too much about that interview.
all right, so I'm just gonna say one part, and then you could go off, right? The one thing I laugh, right? The one thing I laugh is everybody talk about how Tommy T is like this hard nosed coach. Don't take shit from nobody. But from what I see with these guys, man, it ain't like that, bro. Like, yo, Josh is a clown, man. Like your man should be clowning on tips in practice, like, and you see it on the pod, bro. It's fucking hilarious. I was laughing the whole time. So yeah,
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 I
no.
was I was dying. I was rolling because, like Kev said, when you see Thibodeau, well, for one, we ain't see him smile and laugh as much as he has this season. That's one, and it pushed over into the podcast. But yo, that dude is funny as fuck. Like, yo, he had me rolling. It was a point where they were talking about Josh. Josh was like, "Well, this is your chance to talk about uh how they say you overplay us and da 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 da."
Yeah.
And Coach Tommy's like, "I don't care what they say. They don't watch enough to tell me that I overplayed them. And then here goes Jalen. Yeah, tell him, coach. Tell him, coach. He said, yeah, because you ain't no softness over here. Bro, I damn near spit in my water out my mouth. I was dying. No, but I mean, I think it kills all the narratives. It goes to show a couple of things. It shows he ain't this monster that the media and other players point him out to be, and our guys are they're workhorses on their own without him. You know what I mean? And the ones that aren't, like Josh, because Josh says he don't like to practice, he hates practicing. They're just naturally talented guys. You know what I mean? And so when you come prepared mentally, you already have the talent. Then the product is what we saw this season. You know what I mean? And I took that the most from it. We said it. We say show after show. This team was built around him, and the more you see the guys do podcasts and stuff like that, the more you it makes sense. They all are saying the same thing over and over again. Yet the media still continues to give us the bullshit. Oh, he hurts the players. Look what he did to Derrick Rose. Now look at Mitch and look at Julie. Nah, kill that, because everybody ain't built for this culture. Everybody ain't built for this system. But the guys that we have are. And stop with the narrative that he is that guy. He's not that guy. He's not who y'all want him to be.
So what's fire? What I saw, because I said I saw a couple clips, and I saw the clip about pretty much that same exact statement of, oh, he overplays the players and they play too many minutes, and he started running down the minutes per game stats for all the players. well, not all of them, but some of the players.
All the
and I was like,
guys,
shut them up, please. He's like, yeah, they might see that Josh played 42 minutes in a couple games, but they don't know that he averaged 32 minutes on the season. And I'm like, things like, yeah, they might say Jalen play 40 minutes and not see that he only averaged like 35 minutes per game on the season. And I'm like, go ahead, coach. And he's running that shit off the top of his head. And that just goes to show you what kind of workhorse he is as a coach, that he has these analytics and statistics in his head on a whim. You know what I mean? Like, I and this is coming from, y'all know, I was on the Fire Coach Tommy T train 2 years ago. But the dedication and how you can see that the team is built around him and how the players react to him as a coach and as a person. Like, how could you not love Coach Tommy T? And now I've been on a defending Coach Tommy T tirade over the last year and some change, because he's right. People love narratives. They love narratives, whether it be true or not. If it's out there, they're just going to run with it. A lot of people, I hate the word casual, but it really be that. Like, it really be that. It be casuals that listen to, these talk heads that regurgitate the same takes. They steal takes from each other and regurgitate the same takes on these, these big networks, and lazy fans who want to consider themselves Knicks fans or diehard Knicks fans who, sometimes life get real. You can't tune in every game. And they can't tune into the game. So what they want to be a part of these conversations, so they start regurgitating takes that they see on the internet and on these big networks, and they be false, because we've been saying these things for the last year. What Tibbs said about the minutes per game, we've been saying this here on Knicks and Ish for all year, running guys to the ground. I've been saying, I was like, yo, before the injuries, there was only one person in the top 10 in minutes per game, and that was Jalen Brunson. But that's supposed to happen because he's the superstar on the team. But yeah, Yeah, shout out to Coach Tommy T. Y'all got anything else on that interview?
Yo, nah, but listen, I'm gonna have to bounce, bro. My battery's like on 5%.
Facts, me too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. You gonna hold y'all? Good, cause oh, okay, real quick. I know you got 5%. Real quick. We got one more thing. We got one more thing. Real quick, Kev, before you out of here, what do you think the Knicks should do with the draft picks?
Huh?
What do you think the Knicks should do with their draft picks?
Me personally, if you could move the picks and try to get somebody to, try to upgrade the team like that, would go that route. I would do that. If I wouldn't know, I wouldn't be able to tell you because I've really been off with my college basketball. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'd be lying to you if I told you anything else, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all and sit here and cap and act like I know what the hell I'm talking about. But I would go that route. I would try to trade the picks and see what we could do from there.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mrs. Knicks?
Again, I don't watch college basketball either, so I wouldn't know about who we would draft. But I'm gonna say in Leon we trust.
Word.
We're gonna leave it to the man
Right.
that gets paid the big bucks and haven't done us dirty yet.
Word.
My 2 cents. If Edie drops down to us at the 24th, well, we got the what
We
picks
got
we
24 and 25.
20. All right, if he drops down to us, we get Edie, and we try to strike something with the Nets to get my boy Macau out of there. You know what I mean? Try to work something with the Nets. They need rebound and they need a center. They don't have no first round draft picks. I think Edie and 2 more draft picks and Bogey gets that deal done. And let's call it a wrap. Yeah, shout out to everybody that pulled up tonight. We appreciate y'all. Kev's phone died. Mrs. Nick's phone is on the way out. But we appreciate y'all. And we will see you next Monday. Yeah, I mean, next
Facts.
Monday we'll see y'all. Peace.